I'm going to talk a little bit about life insurance. It's been a long weekend. I look a little scruffy. It's time to look past that. If you had a toaster that on every Friday it popped out $1,000, just every Friday, ding, $1,000 popped out of it. Every Friday. How cool would that be? Yeah, I know. Pretty cool, right? Would you insure that toaster against, fire or an accident or someone putting toast in it or bread and it not working, not popping out $1,000 every week? Absolutely. Every week, that $1,000 comes out. Boom. Like clockwork. Friday. Boom. Like clockwork. Friday. Boom. Now, if one day that toaster decided that it's falling off the counter and it's not going to work anymore, it'd be devastating. You get used to living on that $1,000 a week that's coming out of your toaster. It's fantastic. You would insure that thing. Why don't you have life insurance? We'll call that toaster husband or wife. So your spouse dies, that weekly check is no longer coming home. How much life insurance do you have? Yeah, I know, he's covered at the office, right? Alright, that's what I thought. Now, do you know what he's covered for? $60,000 maybe? $50,000 maybe? Maybe a year's salary, depending what you're making. How far is that going to take you? Is that going to pay off your house? Do you have a house? If you've got a house and a spouse that, the average income, I guess, in Canada is $65,000 a year for family income. That's the average across Canada. I know there's a lot higher and a lot lower. That we're just going medians here. So, if you got $60,000 a year coming in right now, and there's 4 or 5 of you in the family, you got a mortgage, maybe $1,000 a month, or $800 a month, or $1,500 a month, whatever it is, and the spouse is paying for that mortgage and then stops coming home. You got $60,000 of life insurance. Are you going to be able to pay off your mortgage? You got a couple $100,000 owing on your house, it's not going to go very far. You got kids that are young, or needing to go to college, you're not going to be able to afford that, right? The life insurance isn't expensive, guys. There's different types of insurance, and you need to talk to a professional about that. I personally have partial. Part of it's a universal life policy, and I overpay on that because it's like a tax-sheltered investment that's insurance-based. And then part of it is just a regular term life policy. So after 10 years, my term life is up. That's just kind of free money to the insurance company if I live, and that's fine. But if I die, my wife's going to get a lot of money. The reason being, it was cheaper to do part term and part universal, because if I did all universal, it'd be a lot of money. As pure insurance, universal life is expensive. As part of an investment strategy, universal life is quite possibly the awesomest product ever. It needs to be used as part of a plan, right? It can't just be a one thing. You gotta sit down with someone who understands the product and how it works, because it's fantastic if you understand how it works. So part of mine is universal, and part of it is just term. So, if fairly low price. Me and my wife are covered. So if one of us goes, my children, we don't have to work anymore, basically, till the children are out of school. Or I can afford to pay child care, because of course I'll probably want to keep working a fair bit. But if my wife goes, I have no problems paying decent child care for my kids until they are like 20. There's enough insurance there to pay for part of their college education. And when we got this, we got cheap insurance because that was what our income would allow, right? Some insurance is better than none, but it's very important that you're covered. Because if it all goes wrong and that toaster stops popping, it could be game over. You can lose your house, your kids may not go to college. For a little bit of money now, you can secure your future. I don't have an insurance license right now. I'm not speaking as an advisor. I'm speaking as to what works for us. Speak with someone who knows the industry and who you trust. Get referrals. Don't just give your money over to anyone, guys. Right? Don't go for hype. Don't go talking to guys that can get you 25% returns in a year. If you're getting those sort of returns, there's either something wrong or something very risky. Right? If you're talking long term with high gains, that's a different matter. If you're talking short term with high gains, high returns, there may be something amiss. So you need to check that out. Huge. Protect your family, guys. Protect your future. It's much riskier to not invest. It's much riskier to not insure than to, right? I'll guarantee you huge losses on your future if you do not play the game. I'll also guarantee there may be some losses if you do play the game. But you're locking in your lack of interest if you don't do something. You get that? If you do something, even at lower rates, over long terms, you can secure a very, very good future. So I'm just saying, guys, check it out and make it happen for your family. Alright? Bless you guys. Have a good day. Rate, comment, and subscribe. These are my opinions. I am not your advisor. I'm a furry guy on the way to work, telling you what works for us. Alright? You guys have a great day.